Okay, welcome to a 3 AM long play for Heliborne. This is a 2v2 game, and we're sort of half an hour in. It's only just... well, it's not a 2v2 game. It's a versus game, and at the moment there's only... okay, 3 people. Me on my own. Okay. It's a 1v2 game of Heliborne, thus far. I'm hoping that someone will join and support me, because I don't know I can take 2 fellas. But I'm going to give it my all. Anyway, I was playing and streaming, experimenting with streaming, seeing if my web was up to it. And I thought, ooh, that's a cheap video. We do seem to have 2 people now, sweet. Ooh, Scheisen. He's going to be a nuisance. And he's not a nuisance anymore. Oh, don't. Not land. There we are, okay. For some reason, nobody's getting out of my helicopter. Get out of my helicopter. Okay. Well, that's strange. I don't know what's going on there. He's got the turn on me, but if I just shoot him more, it'll be fine. Doesn't even seem to be shooting. Must have been reloading. Which is what I was doing, but now I'm not. Which allows that to happen. So, people aren't having a very good time, and I feel bad about that. But at the moment I'm more concerned with why I can't unload people. I don't know why I can't unload troops. So yeah, I guess I'd best say things that are relevant not just to the channel, not just to the game, but also to stuff in general. I had like an impression on my sinus, or my septum, in relation to sinus issues. So talking wasn't very fun for a while, which meant I didn't make any videos for a while. So that's that. I'm intrigued as to why my little helicopter won't unload fellas. Because if I can't deploy troops, that will negatively impact on my ability to play the game. Substantially. Oh, there's a baddie. Oops, I had a bad time then. Okay, well this helicopter is less of an efficient dogfighter. So let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. Oh, okay, phew, I thought I was gonna tip upside down. Pretty sure I saw a baddie then. Seems to be all clear. Anyone going to land on me? Super. Well, I don't like this helicopter so much, so I think I'm going to go on to point clearance. There's a big armoured... Yep. Well, that fixes being tied to this helicopter. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Okay, there's a glass of water. Each time I've played and not recorded, and thus not talked to myself like a mad person, the game's been really good, and I've wished I had recorded it. So I'm expecting a really dull game now that doesn't justify me spending the time talking to myself or recording and wasting hard drive space. Pretty sure there's a baddie around here. Hmm. Woo. Oh, I thought there was going to be a mutual crash. So, I guess I'd best try and say something useful about the game. It's almost like a MOBA. I mean, the challenge is getting enough bases along the way so that your armored convoys congregate, there we are, congregate at the enemy's HQ, and you as a helicopter, you gotta influence proceedings. If you win, you get like a victory screen, and if you lose, you get a defeat screen. But that's really a side issue because there's XP and stuff to unlock, and many helicopters, which I think is probably, unlocking stuff's more important than gameplay. I'm glad my fire did something then, otherwise I would have really regretted not shooting at the control point. There we go. And over to have a little sit down. Oh, no, gonna get some friendly fire. That's not friendly. Oh, bad luck to him. Oh no, there's someone behind me. 3 of them, in fact. I have regrets. Gotta get under and blow up. That was the strategy. That's the plan. Get under and then blow up. Okay. This helicopter really is more of just a bus, but, you know, you do what you can. Okay, there's someone over here. Hopefully I can sneak up on them somewhat. Nope, they snuck up on themselves. My sneaking services were not required. Let's try and clear a point this way. Okay, I've managed to find another one with armor at it. Fuck. I think I can hear some game music, and it's really distracting and inappropriate. Or maybe I've got a YouTube playing. I don't know. No. Nope. 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 No, okay. It is just distracting game sounds. Every now and then it sounds vaguely like something's wailing. Or it just sounds like that to me. There's a baddie. He looks like he's flying into the cliff. Oh look, there's another baddie there. Whoops. Chasing is very dangerous in this game. When you're pursuing someone for a little bit longer than you ought to. It's never too late to turn back, unless you get killed. Okay. Let's see if I can try and do something useful, because thus far I'm not really managing. This probably won't be footage I use. I don't see why not. Mostly I use footage of me performing appallingly. I think broadly it's just not a great time of day. And there really wasn't so many people online in the European servers. Sorry. To you? Oh, okay. And another uh-oh. Didn't really want to get any closer. Something reload, please. Yeah, I don't know, fella. I'm still on 84%. You might not have wanted to do that. I guess you're closer. Now, where'd that scout go? I bet he's off at somewhere being a nuisance. I honestly thought he'd been killed. Really? Hello? Yep. Hello there. Oh, there's ground. Okay, well I think it's time to heal. That balanced things a little bit. But you see, this is Heliborne. I'm sure someone's probably called it Lolliborne. If not Lolliborne, it's Lolliborne. That's what it's called now. And I invented it. But I think it's a really great game. It's quite helicopter-centric. I mean, you know, if you're expecting a platformer, this you really shouldn't play. But if you want a decent versus World of Warship style game, as I've said in like 2 or 3 previous videos, you should get this. It's great fun. This is level 2, so you could be achieving this pretty quickly. It's not any fancy level 4 stuff. Well, yeah. I'm not sure I see this turning around unless they get a couple of teammates pretty quickly. Tier 2 is probably my favourite. The latter tiers, bit too much long-range missile for my tastes. Nothing against that sort of thing for those that enjoy it, but it's not really my cup of tea. Oh. Oh my god. 3 runs? I deserve to get sniped whilst doing this. But I didn't. And now he is. Uh-oh. See, this isn't places you should find yourself, because behind me there's all the anti-aircraft in the world. And in front of me is the ground. Equal concerns, and I abandoned rational fear of the ground. They're in favour of fear of that which was behind me. So, don't abandon fear of that which is behind you. No, that which is in front of you, in favour of that which is behind you. There's a nice succinct tip for the game. Remember that in the heat of battle, and you'll be fine. Sorry to anyone that is listening. I decided maybe I'd try and make a cheap video out of this. And that's why I'm talking non-stop. Or talking full stop. Can I turn around before he takes off? That's the question. Which we will have to answer with a no. No, he can't turn around before I can start shooting. Okay, well, I tend to try and prioritize with those who are shooting at me. I will crash. Oh. I thought I might fix the issue of flying this helicopter. I'm not a massive fan of this particular helicopter, but it gets the job done. If I was them, I'd be shooting at me.
Отказ гидросистемы. Отказ гидросистемы.
Little bit of shameless self-promotion. Anywho. I mean, sorry to my team for wasting my time typing and not really, putting in all the effort, but I feel we've probably got this one. Sure, there's some blues around here. And we've got to wipe out the scourge of being a blue wherever we find it. Oh, there's a sneaky little blue there. Get a crash. I have to properly lean over the microphone to type, because my setup is really well organized. So excuse any sleeve sounds. Of course, I'm editing this, so I don't need to apologize to anyone. Nope. Glances over at Twitch. Where are them armor? Kind of feel sorry for Cannon joining the game then. It's not an optimal time. Eek! I bet they're shooting me from behind. Yep. I don't blame them. That was my fault. Don't turn your back to the deployment zone for an extensive period of time when you're right next to it. Because that's where the baddies come from. If you stay nice and low, you reduce the amount of time that the enemies see you for. Though obviously you run the risk of hitting the ground. But it's still worth explaining why I'm flying so stupidly low a lot of the time. It actually makes sense. Unless you find a power line. Which I frequently do. Has he got this? Oh, I think he might blow himself up. And he's landed. Well done. It's quite a colourful landing. Everything I said about the deployment zone applies to facing it too. Being there is generally a bad place to be. You don't want to hang around. Okay, 6 fellas. Gonna deploy them at 8. Oop. Overshot that. Ah, not a dreaded death pole. What? That's not... Nope. Nope. That's not how you land. When a young helicopter learns to fly, sometimes accidents will happen. It's just Mother Nature. Hello. Oh, I was aiming for a crash. What a failure I am at this game. I need to get right up in his face. Oh yeah, just, you know, for context, I say, and then fail to control the helicopter at all. So you're flying along, barely. You're flying along, minding your own business, going through the trees, as a helicopter is prone to do. And then, you know, you carry on minding your own business, and then bam, all of a sudden that happens. What makes power line or phone cable towers, posts, whatever, what makes them impervious to damage? But, like, against trees, we are, you know, spooky ghosts. That said, watch out for lampposts, power lines, buildings, but ignore trees. Pretend like they weren't there. The only function of trees is to protect and hide your little fellas, your manpods, and mortars and such. Well, that's a little game of this, and thanks for watching. I'll try and get a bit more regular with the 1 minute-ish reviews as soon as everything's a bit more organised. And, yeah, don't unsubscribe.